It's 2020, and it might be a good idea to take a look back on the humble beginnings of D&D. For example, this toy here was the origin of the boule. Tim Kask looked at this little cheap Chinese toy and came up with a monster that people are still using today. In that same spirit of creativity, let's take a look at some of the toys and found objects that I've converted into D&D miniatures and terrain.
First off, let's take a look at some of the dollar store stuff that I've found over the years and converted. These translucent Halloween rats, which sadly I don't believe are manufactured anymore. There is a cheaper version that I saw in the stores in 2019. These toys were great because they had a little hollowed out bit that could fit an LED balloon light. So of course I made them into glowing ghost rats. And here's some older, rare dollar store finds. This dragon and horse skeleton. Certainly stuff you don't see normally in the dollar stores anymore. And of course the internet famous wagon. You can still find the cowboy toy set that this is included with in the Dollar Tree. And here's some SCS Aliens vs. Humans. I used the Black Magic Craft video on how to paint statues to make these into set pieces for a puzzle. And of course now we get into the fast food toys that I have found at the thrift store. These are the kinds of things that you're going to consistently find in thrift stores, and you can come up with some amazing uses for these cheap little toys. Most of these are going to be hard plastic, so they will take cheap spray primer very well. Some simple painting techniques, and you got some great little pieces for your D&D table. The golem suits ended up being an excellent little bit of terrain during a dungeon crawl featuring dinosaurs. And let us not forget the Burger King Troll. This Burger King troll was part of the promotions for the original Lord of the Rings movie, but it makes a very nice D&D miniature with some minor alterations. And we have some random Goodwill by the pound finds. I don't know where the toy that the tentacles came from, and I don't know where the skull came from, and I don't know where the dragon came from. This is all just random stuff that I found at the Goodwill by the pound, cut it down a little bit, stuck it on a base, and did a simple paint job, and it all looks pretty great. And we have the tentacles from the Star Wars toy that everybody was converting into a kraken, or a kraken. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. But honestly, this was a very useful, fun, easy conversion because you always need tentacles eventually in a D&D game. And we have a converted Zilla toy. This is from the American Godzilla movie, so I would not consider it an actual Godzilla toy. I would feel kind of bad about, cutting down and destroying a Godzilla action figure to make a D&D miniature, but I don't feel bad about converting a Zilla toy from the American movie because everybody knows that's not really Godzilla. And as a nod to my many, many converted Dreamblade miniatures, here is the Foo Dog. I love this miniature. It's simple. I rebased it. I painted it up a little bit. And it's just a really fun miniature to use. This is my go-to miniature for my primary dungeon crawl, and this thing has killed so many player characters, it's not even funny. So there you have it, a collection of the repurposed and converted toys and other things that I use consistently in my D&D games. So I hope this video inspires people to go out to your local thrift store, go out to your local dollar store, take a look at the clearance aisle in your local department store, and find some stuff that you can use for D&D that will cost you pennies, but will bring joy to you and your players at the table. If you found some interesting stuff that you use on your gaming table, let me know in the comments below. As always, if you enjoy this sort of content, please consider subscribing to my channel and click like and do all the stuff you need to do so I can keep on making videos. Thank you.
Have a great day, and as always, thank you for watching the video.
It is hilarious that when I was making this video, I found out that the dollar store wagon actually attached perfectly to the McDonald's toy. That is certainly going to be a brand new encounter that I am going to design soon.
What?